Now I would request Professor Sujit Roy sir to give the welcome address. Sir, please.
My dear students, the various mentors who have come along with the students, the officials from the ministry, it's a great joy that we have been selected as one of the 6 places to conduct this 5 days mega camp. This is like a festival for us in which you people are there. Now, if you open the everyday's event from morning till evening, you will find a number of events, not only lectures but also workshops which will be done in this entire 5 days. Now, listening to some of you, I have already understood that you know much better than me about what is I, D and E. So, now I would not really talk about that. What I would say is that these are the opportunities for you to connect with yourself and the others. Connect yourself with the others. And when we can make a good connect, then only this enterprising skill that we talked about comes to fruition. Okay? Entrepreneurship is one single word, but before that there is innovation and the innovation process. So, lot of networking is one thing that is a must for every innovator if they really want a product to really come up to the market. The dream of the country is to see each of you to be one of the product inventors and entrepreneur who will be in the market, who will not look for any job. Instead, they would be, each of them will be at least giving 5 jobs. So we have at least 1,000 job. We have people here who can deliver 1,000 jobs to the youth of this country. That's a big dream. And with this dream, we are organizing this workshop, and it is not just a program for us. It is really an exciting event in which we really want to see that you get benefited as much as we from this workshop, and go back and try to set your path little bit better so that your products finally you can develop a product, go to the market, etc. So connect, and that will lead to collaboration, and then that will lead to market, as simple as that. So there will be many leading experts and who will be attending these 5 days and suggesting you, giving you advice about how to really slowly walk or run into this entire terrain where the final product comes out and goes to the market. With this hope, wish you all the happiness in this campus for next 5 days. As Professor Dogra has already said, this is a beautiful campus just beside this Barunai hill, and this is a summer time, of course, a little bit hot. Rain will come in between. Okay, so definitely bear a little bit of the heat, but enjoy these events as much as possible. I, on my personal behalf and on behalf of the institute, would like to definitely thank AICT as well as the ministry, MOE, for giving us this opportunity to organize this event. Thank you very much and have a wonderful day.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Now we have the program overview and learning outcomes by Sheikh Wasim sir. He's very passionate about entrepreneurship with over 12 years of experience in ecosystem as a founder, mentor, educator, event organizer, content writer, consultant, and startup evangelist. Senior entrepreneur educator at NEN Vadhavani Foundation. Sir, I would like to welcome you to the stage and deliver the program overview and learning outcomes for all the students. Sir, please.
Good morning, everyone. So, warm welcome for the event, and it's a pleasure to be here with so many young entrepreneurs from schools, from universities, and today's session, especially after the overview, would be very engaging, and I would definitely expect each and everyone to participate overall in these presentations. The whole boot camp is built for you so that you can definitely learn and apply these learnings in your upcoming journey. Yes, yes.
In the email ID that I shared?
Yeah, she has shared. Yeah, yeah. So while we are starting, how many of you have heard about design thinking? Maybe quick raise of hands. Great, great. Okay. How many of you have started started with your maybe solving problems? Let's try to understand that. Wonderful, wonderful. Great. So after the overview, we'll work on the process of design thinking.
Color mic, you want color mic?
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah.
So there is a tea break, no? So that is why it was not ready. We are supposed to only get about the learning outcomes. So this session is actually obligated. Just tell that. So I don't think there is a presentation now.
So for the overview again, we need something to show.
I don't know.
Hello.
We have an slide.
We have that in the slide.
Hello. 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 other slide, overview slide. So this is the next one. ये वाला next है. So we have a tea break in between. So we'll just start with the overview first, overview of the complete boot camp, and after the tea break we'll be refreshed and quickly immerse ourselves into the design thinking session. So I'll quickly take you through the overview of the complete program. Yeah, so there have been. This is the only slide.
You need the schedule? Schedule?
Can we? She has to check. ओवरव्यू वाला अटैचमेंट में था ना, वो इधर दे दे, मैं कर देता हूँ, इसको ओपन कर दे. हाँ. So I will quickly brief the schedule what we have. So we'll start with after the tea break, we'll start with the design thinking for entrepreneurs. That would be a session for around 30 minutes where we will try to understand the design thinking concepts, especially the process of design thinking. I've seen many of you, asking that what exactly is the process of, approaching to the problem. Then we have a session towards the self-discovery part where we will be working on how to discover ourselves, how to understand the passion within ourselves, and then try to connect it with the problem worth solving. So that would be from 11:45 to 12:30. Then we have around, in the day 2, we have the sessions around the objectives first of all. So we start with the objective setting for the day 2, and then we discuss about the design thinking as such. So in terms of how do we empathize design thinking, so again that's a 5 process steps. So we'll try to understand what are those critical areas to understand the design thinking. So we'll start with the empathy.
I hope everybody have registered. Everybody has registered, right? Whoever is sitting inside the hall? Okay. You all have your schedules in your bags. I would request please take it out. All the sessions has been very nicely marked in that. Keep it handy. We also have shared a rule book inside your registration bag. Please ensure that you abide by all the rules, and it will be your responsibility if you do not obey, and we request all the faculty coordinators, teachers, mentors, please ensure that students do abide by all these rules and do not leave the campus till the event is over on 26th. I repeat, please do not leave the campus before 26th. It is a simple request. In case of emergency, all the contact numbers are given in that rule book. For medical, for hostels, we also have made the WhatsApp group, and we will be sharing all the details in that group as well. I just have to make one more thing I have to tell about your intellectual property, all the pitching teams. You will be responsible for your IPs if you have any or if you have thought of any to keep it to yourself. Neither IIT Bhubaneswar or any of our partners including Ministry, Innovation Cell, Vadhwani Foundation would be responsible for your IPs, intellectual properties in any forms. If you are not aware, any which ways we will let you know, trademarks, patents, copyrights, so it will be your responsibility to keep it as you want to keep it, and we are not going to claim anything about it. I hope it is understandable. Any doubts on that you can ask me when I am on the floor, I will clarify more. Okay, the pitching sessions will be held in a different building which we will inform you after, of course, the third day. So until then, we may request the teams, the pitching teams who have come, we will include some more people in your teams to understand how to do the presentation and pitching. If you do not want more people to join your teams, please let us know. मैं हिंदी में एक बार और बोल देती हूँ, अगर आप लोगों का जो 75 पिचिंग टीम्स हैं उसमें हम लोग कुछ एक्स्ट्रा स्कूल स्टूडेंट्स और बाकी कुछ हमारे जो फैकल्टी कोऑर्डिनेटर्स हैं उनको आपके टीम में शामिल करेंगे. अगर आपको कोई एतराज़ है तो यू हैव टू लेट अस नो इन एडवांस, दैट इज टुडे. अदरवाइज वी विल एलोकेट स्टूडेंट्स टू योर टीम्स एंड यू हैव टू वर्क विद देम. Because these school students also need an opening to the idea of how to pitch. Am I clear? All the pitching teams, please raise your hands who have understood. Understood? Okay. So just let us know if you have any objection to this. Okay. Now sir will start his session.
Right. So we were discussing about the overview here. So first of all, I would like to thank Ministry of Education for fostering innovation and entrepreneurship in the educational institutions. So Honorable Prime Minister Mr. Shri Narendra Modi empathized the need of young entrepreneurs like all of you, and definitely there is a need to focus on these critical aspects such as design, aesthetics, thinking, and the way we approach to the problem solving part. So MIC has launched various initiatives such as Yukti, Kapila, and in Smart India Hackathon. I'm sure all of you are well aware of this to promote the same. Going forward, we'll have the objectives here. So first of all, in terms of fostering innovation, it is essential to set the infrastructure, and that's where we are here to introduce ourselves and focus on the critical aspects such as design thinking, product design, economics, and validation, and basically taking the each and every concept of how startups operate and then giving you a well exposure to work on these topics. To increase the success rate of all these startups, we have also provided guidance and mentorship across the bootcamp. So by the end of the 5-day bootcamp, these are some of the objectives and the outcomes that we have understood. So first of all, you will be able to gain deep understanding of design thinking, ideation, and problem solving approaches. And most of the sessions are designed in such a way that you need to involve yourself, immerse yourself completely while you are part of the session. So after the tea break, we'll have session on design thinking, so where you will be involved in each and every step of the session. So it's completely immersive, and it's definitely an opportunity for you also to share your pitch, right? So you'll be working on your pitch deck, refining it, and then try to present it as such. Then talking about the pitch skills, definitely top 5 teams will be receiving appreciation certificate, right, from MIC. And there definitely lots of opportunities. We have 14-week program from Vadhwani Foundation as well. So it's again an opportunity for you to unlock that, enroll into the programs from the Vadhwani Foundation so that you can accelerate and then leverage your entrepreneurial journey. Then definitely, being part of these boot camps, these initiatives will give you a leverage of network, connecting with the right-minded people, connecting with the mentors, connecting with the investors, connecting with the resource persons is again a very important aspect for the growth of your startup. So let us go forward here. So talking about the session 1 objective, right? When it comes to the session 1 objective, I think we will deep dive into it as we go forward into the program. But definitely, I think these are some of the main aspects for you to discuss. So day 1, this is basically the overview of what exactly we are going to do. We have start with the registration and networking part. We have then the program overview and learning outcomes. This is where we are currently. Right after the tea break, we'll focus on the design thinking for entrepreneurs. So this is a very important step for all of you to be participative here. Then we have some activities. As I said, this is not just a session, it's going to be an immersive program here. So there will be definitely an interactions where each and everybody would be needed to participate. After the activity on design thinking, we have a session on finding your flow, finding the passion. So that's again an important step for self-actualization, understanding what exactly as a team or as an individual we need to align ourselves, right? So those are again some important topics. So we have leadership talk on design thinking strategies for innovation and business model right after that. So then we have inauguration address. So we have Sri Dharmendra Pradhan, Honorable Minister of Education. Then we go forward. We have deliver delightful basis of product engineering, product design and development sessions here. We'll have bonfire going forward, and then definitely we'll have some discussions, some interactions with all of you to get your insights and then go forward. On day 2, we have some more immersion in the design thinking. We have some topics on design thinking, and we will start with some of the tools. Definitely concepts are important, but we need to also immerse ourselves, know how to use these tools. So we have a very important tool, what we call it as problem statement canvas, that we can try to explore a little bit about it, try to work around it. Then going forward, we have entrepreneurial journey, how to have a right path, again identifying the right path to building a startup, right? So these are all activity based sessions. So it's very important for you to be ready, have some coffee, be ready for all of these things. And the topics are all aligned for your startup. We have market estimation here. Then we have a leadership talk on insights from design process. We have then talking about the customer persona. So right after you figure out what exactly is the process here, how do you understand the problem, then try to identify the right customer persona for that. Then we go ahead with the working on the solutions. So now you understand the persona of the customer. Now you start building some products which are aligned for the customers. As I said, starting with the design thinking, it's always about keeping the human centricity first, right? So making sure that the products are relevant. So right after the sessions, intensive sessions, we'll have bonfire on product design, where we'll discuss about the product design, and the pitching events are also happening there. Then definitely we end the day 2 with some interactions. We have some insights, events there. So talking about the day 3, we go little more serious here. We go little more advanced. We start with asking some more, contextual questions. We start with identifying the value proposition. So these are all good jargons to understand first. So we'll deep dive into each and everything on day 3. Then we play with one more tool. We try to understand what exactly is the value proposition canvas on day 3. Right after understanding the value proposition, we look into the competition. Are there any alternatives currently which are being serving our customers? Are there any current competition? After the competition, we look out for the 5x, 10x. So what's the advantage here? So what's the competitive advantage? As a startup, you need to always look out for adding extra value from the current alternatives. So after we focus on these things, we focus on now the business model. After understanding each and every topic, important topics, we talk about the business model. Right after that business model, we deep dive into the lean canvas. So talking about the lean canvas, again, these are very much hand in hand topics. So it's very important for you to, understand that each and every topic is interrelated. So I need each and everybody to focus on the sessions from the day one. We have in between a leadership talk, innovation for achieving SDGs. Right. So a couple of things here as we come back from the lean canvas. We have user ergonomics, evaluation and testing. We again have the product design and the pitching event is there at the bonfire. Then we have the same routine of gathering insights, trying to connect with each and everyone, and then we close the day 3. Day 4, this is where we expect you to drive, where we start understanding about the pitch deck. So we have an expert session right away about the branding part for the pitch deck. How exactly should be a perfect pitch deck be, right? So this is where things get more serious. We are not just talking about the startup and the customer. We have other stakeholders as well here when we talk about creating a perfect pitch. After we complete the pitch deck, we talk about the funding, right? So how exactly do we get funding? What are the various sources of funding? Do we go for grants? Do we go for angel investments? Or what are the other aspects of raising funds? Right after that, we talk about the expansion plan. How do we, now as we have validated it, maybe let's say locally with a small niche or maybe small market, how do we expand it to international markets? So that's where again, it's a very important topic for you all. So right after the expansion plan, we talk about identifying the channels, what is the right way of communication with the customers, how do we brand effectively, and what makes it a relevance while you're presenting something or you're branding something, you're marketing something to the customers, is it really relevant or not? So all those things are discussed here. Right after that, we talk about the positioning, right? So when we talk about branding, then definitely the second thing is the positioning part. As a startup, you also need to realize the positioning of your venture. So then we have lots of sessions focused on the pitch presentations. Then we end here with your insights for the day 4. Day 5 is definitely the pitch. The main focus is the pitch presentations. So this is where we will be discussing on your pitch presentations. We will be having topics on the learning part, how do you reflect, what are those comments that you will have on the pitch presentations, and how do you, take those insights and start refining your pitch deck going forward. So we'll end the day 5 with the closing ceremony. Right, I hope it's clear. Any questions here? Anyone? Yes. Okay, so pitch presentations, yeah, mainly we have some of the selected teams, and we will have some of, I think if we have time, definitely we can bring in some more startups to pitch. Okay, great. So I think we are done with the overview. Any other questions here? So basically all of these are, the team formation, how exactly do you work on the team part, right? So these are all some important aspects that, we need to look at, right? So some of you might be solopreneurs. How many of you are solopreneurs without a team? Do we have anybody? Okay. So this is the right event, or this is the right space to start networking and maybe have a team. There's lots of benefits of having a team. So 3-4 people are there as a solopreneur here. Great. So team formation, right? So we have college faculty, school teachers, and school students as well who will be part of this. So it's important to have a core team as well, right? So as I was discussing previously, having a core team is much more important than going alone on the journey. Right. So these are some of the important aspects of like what exactly do we need to pitch. Yes. Yeah.
I request, as a part of networking process, I request that we have core teams from colleges who have taken participation in SIH. So I suggest and request the school students and mentors to network with them and form a team. So there will be students from college, and school students and innovation ambassadors will be attached with the core team. So we'll have an idea together on which we can work till the 5th day. So like that it is planned. So if you can attach yourself, network in this tea time with other teams, that will be great. We want everybody to be with the team for the whole 5 days, so that you can at the end pitch something to us and learn also. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. For expectations, yeah, definitely we will be reaching out to you, and I would also encourage all of you to connect with us, and if you have anything specific that you want to share, please feel free to reach out to us. And as I conclude in terms of what is the expectations, right? So we have some of the bullets that definitely are important to look at. So we are not just learning here, but we are also trying to apply these concepts. So all the content here, the resources are here for you to start applying after you learn. So try testing it, try explore it, try collaborate with your team members, try to involve yourself fully. And as I said, we definitely encourage here. So we are we are basically a platform. We are basically enabling a lot of startups, a lot of industry experts. There are lots of stakeholders here. So please don't shy away from interacting, right? You may not know people. So is the other thing, right? So others also might not know you. So please feel free to engage. It's very important as an entrepreneur. And yeah, if you have questions, please keep it with you. We will definitely love to address them. And yeah, the activities are hands-on. We have lots of frameworks. I want you to, if you have maybe a pen and paper. You have pen and paper? Great, great. So have that with you. Try to note down those important aspects. Try to add some questions around it, right? So the sessions are very well structured for you to take this sessions, but definitely there are going to be little interesting and as well as little complex. If you find it to be complex, please pause and ask us the questions. So yes, so ending with leadership talks, and definitely there are entrepreneur talk series as well, which are part of this bootcamp, right? I think we have covered it all. Any questions here? Any questions from the participants? No questions? Okay, so I think we can complete, then go for a tea break here. So what, can we go ahead, sir? Okay, so we can pause here and go for a tea break. Thank you all. We will catch up maybe right after the tea break.
So a few announcements. Since we are reaching to the global media, okay, so what I would suggest, our media team is here. I would request all the mentors to help the students and the pitch deck people to reach out to the social media in whatever way. We will give you the hashtags where you can actually tweet, put your comments. I would rather expect every day you do social media posting at least couple of times. Okay. You take photographs, speak about the event, speak about a particular talk, okay, so that it should reach to the people, mass, okay. Whatever way, I mean to say that we are preparing different formats we will share with you, but please ensure that it reaches to the mass, okay, because our objective is not to confine these ideas and innovative things within this room, okay. It should reach to the, so you may be lucky to be registered for this particular event. You know, India is a large country of 1.4 billion people. Okay, we want this to go to each and every school. Okay, so this is a request to all of you. You know, please post these messages in your respective social networking platforms. We will provide you the hashtags and related links. Okay. And do it on a regular basis, on daily basis, at least couple of times in a day. Okay. So from now, we will have a break, and I know that because this is a little bit hot and humid conditions, so let's take a break of half an hour to 45 minutes, have a cup of tea, coffee, and snacks outside, and it is coming in 5 minutes time. And then, in the meantime, I would request the participants who are going to interact with the minister in the afternoon session to come to the front desk now, because there will be a demonstration now with the ministry. Okay, so with all the 6 partners, we will join through virtual link now. Okay, so 3 people whom I have already interacted, please come to the front desk. We will set up the camera here. This is a demonstration which will start at 10:30 and it will continue up to 11 o'clock, and then the next session will start at 11 o'clock. Okay, so till then, you know, enjoy. Thank you.